When you're dealing with a campaign that speaks to a higher level, when you're dealing with a campaign that speaks to a government or that asks accountability for a government, you are going to get yourself in the spotlight for two reasons. You're going to get yourself in the spotlight with the people that align with the questions that you're asking. You're going to get in the spotlight with the people that are for the questions that you're asking, with the ordinary person in the street who says, oh, here's one person who's bold enough to ask these questions. And you're also going to get on the spotlight with people who feel intimidated by being brought to account. And what that creates is people are going to characterize you, people are going to push and probably make the questions in the campaign be about you as a person. And when you allow that to happen, you create space for people to then delve into your private life and to actually tear off the campaign. So you have to be clear from the onset that I am going to challenge the status quo and confront the highest office in the land. But when I do this, I am doing this under the banner of, in this case, it was ZimCode. Under the banner of ZimCode, we are a registered institution and we are here to actually push issues of public finance and debt justice. And so we're working in a country that is a democracy, and then we should be able to do this. So when you do that, you want to project the campaign as it is and not assume a lot of things or just appear yourself being unassuming, because once you come with a campaign and it carries your personal character or it carries a lot of the other issues, because ZimCode has been involved in a lot of other issues where they are helping or where they are partnering with other organizations, pushing for accountability in other sectors. You don't want to come with that and people say you're just on a word to tarnish the image of the government, which happened a lot, where people are saying, no, these guys are just here to destroy the image of the government. So you had to look at the way that we confront and say, we are not going to accuse the government of anything. That was the first agreement that we had, to say we are going to challenge them, yes, we're going to confront them, yes, but we are going to confront them with questions that they have to answer. So when you confront people without accusing them, you put them in a position where their answer or their lack or their failure to answer still creates a response that the public can decode. So you did that, and we said we're not going to accuse the government of anything. If anything, we're actually going to ask them questions and give them an opportunity to answer, which is what we did. So when you're challenging and confronting, it's very important to not accuse, because once you accuse the government, once you accuse anyone of anything while you're running a campaign, it's easy for people to quickly kill the campaign. Also, it's easy to cross boundaries. I think we always spoke to the issue of legality as we're doing the campaign, that we're going to push these boundaries and people are going to scrutinize everything. It's important that you don't do anything to cross the line as far as the law is concerned. So make sure that what you do is pushing the boundaries. What you're doing is bold, is confrontational, but you do not cross the line. So we made sure that, and I think it's very important when you're building a campaign to make sure that both for yourself as an agent in our case, and even for the client, for the CSO in the case of ZimCode, that you've got constant legal assurances that what you're doing is above board. Because I think one of the first things that can come to your face is getting sued left, right, and center. So we made sure that as we push these boundaries, we stayed in the confines of the law. We did not cross the line of making our questions or the campaign or anything that we sought to do look or appear to be above the line or to be illegal. But we also understood that the law was not meant to muzzle voices that do not agree with what is happening or to muzzle voices that seek accountability. We actually also use the law. I remember when at the time we had our billboards vandalized in Wange by the Wange Colliery, which is a conglomerate that literally runs the town. And what we did then is to say, even if they billboards we've been set there legally. The councils and the local authorities there have agreed with this. We've got receipts of the payment that have been made, but they've gone on to remove our billboards. What do we do? Let us use the law, because the law is there for every citizen to use. We actually sued them. So when you push boundaries, just don't cross the line. Don't do anything that is illegal, but also use the law to your advantage. So when you feel that you've been violated, as long as you are in the open and it's clear that you have not crossed the line and you've not done anything illegal, be free to use the law to also push back, when because it's easy to get abused when you're asking these kind of questions.